Thank you, Brady. A Waco rapper has been sentenced to 15 years in prison on multiple felony counts that include violent acts against the mothers of his children. Wesley Lewis, known by his rapper name Hot Boy Wes, pleaded guilty to 10 counts alleged in 6 separate indictments. According to court records, Lewis was arrested in February of 2020 after he tried to run the mother of his children off the road with 2 of his children in the car.
Welcome back to Who Want a Life Sentence. Thank you guys for tapping in with me. Please like, share, subscribe. Hit the Cash App. I'm going to put it up. If not, it's all good. Just enjoy the video with your ugly ass. Today, we are talking about domestic violence. First, I want to say I appreciate everybody who tapped into the live last night. We had a little bit of fun. It's all good. Like I said, I'm going to do a live on this one also when I drop it. So that'll be tonight. And we'll go in and you guys can give me your thoughts and your feedback on the conversation and the topic. So today we got Hot Boy Wes. Hot Boy Wes is one of Gucci Mane's 1017 artists. One of the guys that can't get right. He's part of the 1017 curse. You got Fujiano in federal prison. You got Pooh Shiesty in prison. You have Big Scar, R.I.P. Big Scar. He's no longer with us. Now you got Hot Boy Wes, 15 years for domestic violence. I want to go over a couple things with you guys because, as you know, y'all know I like to share my experiences with you, and have a little fun at the same time. So, first of all, as you can see, my boy got 15 years. Now, off the rip, what that does to your rap career is it take you from, we're going to say you were anywhere at an 8, 9, and 10. By the time you get out, you at maybe 3, 4, and 5, which means you can do like a finesse 2 times and you got a little time to build and try to straighten your life out and go straight. Or it could be over with for you. The prison sentence will in your rap career. No one else will know about you. And the bad thing about it is, dog, you had made it. You had made it amongst the 1%. Most people are not able to monetize their talents and get paid off just their everyday living and the one thing that they may be good at. But you did. And in the same way, you sabotaged it. Now, I'm not getting on you. I'm not getting on you because I'm as equally dumb. I've made the same mistakes, and I desperately wish that there was someone older, some kind of OG that would have came and told me, "Hey, man, don't do that, man. Don't do that. That's wrong. Don't do that. This is how you should handle this." As a matter of fact, I actually had that happen to me, but it was a bit too late. But I listened, and we're going to go over the story. So, like I said, I had an OG tell me after he told me in jail. So, I'm going to tell y'all how that went. Living over in Whitehall, and I'm living with my kid's mom and my son. My son had to be maybe about 2 or 3 at the time. So hopefully he's too young to remember this. I'm fresh out of prison. So I'm not fresh out of prison. I'm out of prison a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. And the problem is I've had no training. I know how to get money. I'm creative. I know how to get money the legal way and the illegal way. But getting money is different from keeping money and being responsible with money. So you know, your Bible verse say, a fool and his money shall soon part ways. So personally, every time I feel myself broke, then I think I done something foolish, because that's just going off the Bible verse. A fool and his money soon part ways. So I haven't been trained on keeping money, but I can go get some money. Every time I go get the money, I blow the money. The money does not stay in my hand. The rent over at Whitehall, it couldn't have been no more than about $600, because I knew the owner personally, an older guy, real cool, real easygoing. He wasn't a problem. $600, cool. But for some reason, I could get up to it. I could get up to $400, 400, 450, 500. Might even get up to 600 or 700. But after I then went and done whatever I need to do, or got me a QP, or went and made a play, or bought a smoke pole, or whatever it is, now I don't have the money again, and I'm back in jeopardy. The landlord is upset with me, stuff being late. You know how it go. This is also a problem, you know, amongst us African American youngsters, man. We need to know what to do with the money when we get it. Again, I so desperately wish I had someone older to show me the way. I'm working at McDonald's on Candler Road. I'm selling a little weed, and I think at that moment that's all I'm doing. So I'm hustling, and I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to pull stuff together, and I think at this time I'm feeling like I don't have any help for whatever reason. So I remember coming home one day, and most times, you know, we got Lil C in the neighborhood. Most times, if I don't have any weed, then I could go buy some from Lil C. It would always amaze me, because bro was working off an ounce. And you know, I thought that was silly, because I'm just not able to do that. You know, I smoke, and, you know, from what I try to distribute, I just can't work off an ounce. But bruh be working off an ounce. So I could send, when I didn't have anything, I could either go to Lil C to buy some weed, or, you know, if somebody came to me and I ain't have none, I say, go see bruh. So as normal, me and my son's mom relationship had become very, very tumultuous. Y'all know the word tumultuous, violent. It was bad. Never got physical, but the arguing was at an all-time high. Arguing, bad arguing, fussing, fighting, to the point where I might leave, say that I'm gone forever. Just whatever. I don't even know if it's typical, but the stuff that rather young people go through. So again, I had to be around 24, 25 years old, and I got out when I was 23. So I probably only have a 16 or 17-year-old's mentality. And also I have pressure. My mentality bad. I got a family to look out for, and I don't have any skills. As I said, I'm working at McDonald's, and she got me the job at McDonald's. So probably putting our checks together after 2 weeks, we probably was still broke. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, when you're young and trying to make stuff happen, it's hard to see it that way. No college, just bad decisions. I'm stressed out. I come in, I'm working overnight at McDonald's. I come in one morning, and it's been my routine every time. When I get in, I get in from work at about 7 in the morning. I get off at about 7, and I would get home about 7:30 in the morning. When I come home at 7:30 in the morning, I would always roll me some weed up, and I would watch next Friday. I would watch Friday after next, the second Friday. I don't know why. Like once I got stuck on a movie, I would watch it for, you know, like I might watch it every day for 2 months. At one point, all we were watching was Martin. So I come home. That's my normal routine. I roll me something up, get something to eat, and I watch next Friday until I go to sleep. On this day, me and my son's mom had been arguing, and I remember that before I left out to work, I intentionally didn't leave her any weed. At that point, both of us were, smoking the weed heavy. I ain't leave her no weed, just being petty. We arguing, going back and forth, and I'm being mean. Just being mean. Either I want you to, I don't know, I'm being mean. I ain't leaving no weed. And I know she gonna want some weed throughout the day because I probably normally leave weed for her. When I come home that morning, either I can smell weed or I know she's high, but some kind of way there has been weed, right? So I go check my stash and there's nothing missing. So I'm thinking, how you get weed? So at first she don't tell me. And then now I'm running behind her in the house. I'm already tired, supposed to be asleep, but I'm going behind her trying to find out how you got weed if you ain't been in my stash. We going back and forth, and I like Lil C, but I also knew like it's dangerous when you living in apartments and the rundown spots. I didn't want people dealing with my people while I wasn't there. It was cool if I was there, but I don't want no dealings while I'm not there. So I think she told me that she went and got the weed from Lil C. And this made me really angry. This got me inflamed because I'm working and I'm selling weed to support our habit and pay the bills. Now she working and she helping too, but it's y'all know it'd be different. So this got me like way upset. I'm feeling like I'm trying to hustle to bring the money in, and she going and taking the money outside of the house. But that was also my fault because, like I said, I didn't leave none. So, just being mean and young and stupid, I said something. I said, I had followed her into like my son's room. I think she was trying to get away from me. And I followed her into my son's room. My son was there, but he too young. And I said something like, how you go get weed from him if you ain't got no money? Don't tell me, is you fucking him? And like she turned around, maybe just frustrated with me following behind her and badgering her. She turned around and was like, if I'm fucking him, I'm fucking him. And don't worry about who I'm fucking. I slapped her. I ain't gonna lie. I reached back and I slapped the shit out of her. I reached back and I slapped her. Bow! Now, let me say this because I forgot to say it in the beginning of the video. I do not condone any of my actions. I regret them. I have cases behind them, and I put them out here for you guys to make better decisions. So I'm telling you to not do what I did. And I also wish, like I said, I had someone to help me with that when I was younger, but I didn't. I you know what I mean? I was trying to figure this shit out. So, and there's also a point I want to make. She was saying, she said, I don't worry about who I'm fucking. I reached back and I slapped him. Wow. Now, this is what surprised me. When I slapped her, my hand come like this, right? And so like her face went that way. And she was surprised. And when she came back, when her face came back this way to look at me, my hand was still back here, and I brought another one. Wow. Now, the only reason why I'm mentioning this is because I didn't intend to do that. When she said, I fuck him if I want to. I totally meant to slap her. Wow. But when she looked back at me, it was almost as if it wasn't me. I literally shocked myself. And the thing about it is, I know, like, if you watch a murder interrogation or something of that nature, and you see people talking like, man, I don't even know. It was like I was watching somebody else doing it, or I was just doing it and I couldn't stop, and I just don't know. And you be sitting there like, man, you full of shit. You know what you were doing. You were stabbing that lady. You were, you know what I mean? You went in there, you done that to everybody. I promise you. Like I said, when I hit her the first time, I will take, but you understand there's no reason for me to take responsibility for hitting her the first time and then deny hitting the second time. You see that there's gonna be no less punishment, no less trouble. So there's no reason to differentiate. But I'm letting you know, the first time I hit her, I was there. I was there. I wanted it. Bow. When she looked at me that second time, it was not my intention to hit her, but I was so mad, and we were in the moment and everything. I caught her again. Wow. And when I hit her, I scared myself, like, oh shit, damn. She ran out the house. I ran down behind her, and from there it got fuzzy, because it was something like she ran out of the house with her phone dialing 911. So I'm trying to stop her from dialing 911. I'm trying to apologize. I'm trying to calm the situation down now, because if she get the police on the phone, there's no reversing this. But you know how girls are. So I'm running behind her. I'm trying to get her to put the phone down and trying to apologize at the same time. She picked up a brick and threw it at me. And I think it hit me in my chest. It hit me in my chest, but it hit me in my chest and fell to the ground. But, I'm still trying to get to her, and I think she got the people on the line. They, ma'am, hello, are you okay? So I'm not studying the brick. And she trying to get away from me and telling them, like, come over here to such and such. He done hit me. So this is making me more angry because she not listening to me. She telling on me. Plus she just hit me with a brick. I'm telling tell him you just hit me with the brick. She ain't telling him that. She just like, get over here quick. He crazy. He done nutted up. I get frustrated some more. I pick up the same brick that she just hit me in my chest with, and I don't throw it at her. I kind of I underhand roll it towards her I probably did mean to hit her, not hard, but I probably just meant to roll it. And again, being stupid, I don't know. The brick rolled and it maybe it jumped, or it just hit her foot, or jumped and hit her leg and it scratched her leg. Just a little scratch by her ankle. Told the folk I threw a brick and hit it with a brick. So I think, I don't know. I think it was true. Boom. Now what happens is I leave as I normally do when we get into it. I done panic. I know when they come, due to my criminal record, and she a little bitty girl, I'm going to jail. I'm in trouble. They might whoop my ass, but I'm definitely in trouble. I grab what I need to grab, and I'm out. I walk off. I hit the cut. Probably grab me a blunt or something. I hit the cut. I leave. Wait till the situation die down. We ain't arguing no more. I come back later on that night. It's probably about 7 to 8 o'clock that night. Everything good. Go to work. Come home. As a matter of fact, it was that same night. I'm sorry. That same night, about 7 o'clock, I had already came back home, and what surprised me was when I came back, I'd asked her, had the police come? And she said, no. I'm like, from when you called the police earlier, nobody came by? She said, no, ain't nobody been by. It's about 7 o'clock that night. We chilling. The baby sleep. I remember that it wasn't total dark. That's why I say about 7 o'clock. I hear the banging on the door. You know, the little metal screen door. Bam, 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 bam. You know, off the rip, I'm scared because, you know, I know what happened earlier. I run in my little son room and look out the window. It's 2 officers at the door. I tell her, I'm like, hey, go get the door. They at the door. The police at the door. She like, what you want me to tell them? I don't care. I'm not here. She go to the door. I go and get in my son's closet. I get behind the clothes that's hanging up. I try to take some shoes and cover me up, whatever. But I'm peeking. I close the door and I'm peeking out the door. You know, I'm hoping, you know, everything goes smooth. I hear them ask her, is he here? She like, nah, he not here. And you know how the police are. They like, well, we want to come in and take a look. So even though, you know, she could have stopped them, it's more like a demand. It's not a really request. And they don't know that. The police will push past them. They push past her. I hear them coming up the stairs. They come up the stairs. They go in my room. And then as I'm looking, I'm in my son's room. It's only a 2-bedroom condo. As I'm looking, I see it's still light outside, but I see a flashlight come on the floor, on my son's floor. Then I see the police uniform, shoes, and the pants. You know, walk in. I see the light. Look around. He never even looked at the closet. Just like stopped at the door, shined the light, turned around, and walked back out. I'm in the closet. My heart thumping. It's my heart racing. They tell her, all right, if he come back, just give us a call. We're going to be here. She was like, all right, cool. They leave. I come out. I instantly get mad at her. I get to cussing her out. Not cussing her out, but taking my anger out on her. I'm like, see, I told you, man, to hang the goddamn phone up. This. I probably got a case. I'm like, this. Now I'm blaming her for my actions again. We're going to say about 3 days later, we ain't fighting. Everything cool. Everything done calmed down. We outside. I remember it was about 12 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, I had already come in from work, took my nap, and then got up. So I walk outside and I'm rolling the blunt. And I realize that I don't have no lighter. I tell her, like, look, I left the lighter in there. Get the lighter for me. She said, okay. She walk in the house. When she walk in the house to go get the lighter, I notice a silver Ford Explorer is coming. Now, Whitehall is kind of closed off and everybody know everybody there. So all the strange cars, when they come, you kind of be on this right here because there've been some bad actions over there too. Some unaliving. So when the people come, you know, you be watching, see what's going on. I'm rolling the blunt. I'm looking, I'm watching. It's a silver Explorer, but the windows are pitch black. You can't see at all. Thing about it is government never ran across my mind. Police never ran across my mind at all. So I'm watching them. I'm rolling the blunt. I'm watching them. They drive all the way down to the end. And when you get down to the end of mine, you can make a circle. So they drive all the way down to the end, creeping the whole time. They just keep going. I don't think nothing about it. She come out of the house with the lighter. I fired the blunt up. Boom, I fired it up. I'm smoking. We chilling. I done completely forgot about the Explorer. I passed her the blunt. The Explorer done turned around. Now it's coming back. Even though you can go around in the same circle, it's coming back the same way. As she coming back to pass me the blunt again, I'm looking at the Explorer because it's coming and it's creeping again, but this time it's faster. It ain't creeping no more. It's faster. It's rolling up, and I swear, the car never stopped, and the back door opened, and a little short black dude with the black military hat, He had the chain, had the chain around his neck with the badge on it, and his hand, the gun wasn't drawn. He just had his hand on the gun. So, listen, the truck never stopped rolling. The truck was rolling. The back seat, like you got the passenger seat, then the seat behind the passenger seat. That's this door that opened. The back door opened. Truck never stopped rolling. He jumped out with his hand on his gun, pointing at me. What's your name? Don't move. What's your name now? Don't move. So off the rip, when I see police, because that's my thing. I don't know if it's in my jacket that I'm a flight risk or I'm a run, but when the truck never stopped, he jumped out. What's your name? Don't move. What's your name? Don't move. Don't move now. I'm like, damn. I got the blunt in my hand. It's burning. He like, put it out. I'm like, I'm Jonathan Morrison. I throw the blunt. I forget about her. I think she might have got it. I throw the blunt. He like, yeah, you who we looking for? He turned around and put me on the Explorer. Boom, put the handcuffs on me. I get in the Explorer. They take me down to the jail. When they take me down to the jail, they put me in one of the holding tanks. Of course I'm nervous. I don't know what the charges is. They didn't, they gonna bring me the charges and everything. I'm nervous or whatever. And I really don't know how bad it is. What I do know is we done made up, and she gonna go to court and tell them that I ain't do nothing, or she was probably just mad at me, right? We get in the holding tank. It's only about 4 or 5 of us in there. The guy that I remember, older dude, dressed real nice, looked like they might have just, he just got pulled over on some humbug. He waiting on his people to come and get him. So, in those cells, they be like squared off. So they got the bench in there, and then they got the corner. So he's in the corner on the bench. He's sitting on the bench. The man relaxing. He just waiting on his people to come pick him up. So it's like, so you got a wall right here, wall right here. He in the corner with his feet up on the bench. So we get to talking. I mean, you can tell he ain't got no stress on him. We get to talking. What going on, young blood? Hey, how are you doing? What's wrong? And for some reason, with just me being upset, cause when you be in jail, you'll tell them. I'm like, bro, I done got to argue with my girl. I'm like, I done fucked around and slapped her 2 times, man. And I'm like, she called the police and did this. So he sat there and he listened to my story with his arms crossed, his legs up, and he looked amused at me. So I'm telling him, but I'm telling him more than just what happened today. I'm telling him about me and her relationship, because I think I'm along the lines of, man, I gotta stop fucking with Shawty, man. I've been said I was gonna stop. I be getting in trouble with her. This. We always been arguing. It's bad. This. And so he listening. He like, so now you done slapped her. I'm like, yeah, man. He said, oh, you going to prison. Now again, he like this. And all of this seems funny to him. To me, it seemed funny to him. So he like this. He listening to me. And I tell you, oh, and you slapped her? I'm like, yeah. Oh, yeah. You going to prison. I'm like, damn, why you say that? He like, okay. He's like, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Yeah, I'm going to tell you exactly what they finna do. He said, you're going to go in there and see the judge. He said, the judge going to give you a year probation. He said, if you, he said, the judge gonna give you a year probation. He said, if you mess up within that year, you going to prison. They gonna send your ass down the road. So I'm like, for real? Now this, and this actually gave me hope. He was like, yeah, don't worry about it. He was like, judge gonna let you go home today. He was like, you gonna go home today. He like, you ain't gonna have to make bond and then. He like, judge gonna let you go home today. He said, if you put your hands on that girl again, your ass going to prison. And he's still sitting there like that right here. He like, yeah, you going to prison. And again, like it's it's getting to me because he's really matter of fact. He know exactly. It seems like he's been through it, and he's asking me questions like, "So why you ain't just leave her alone?" And I'd be there like, "Man, I don't know, man. I should have been there." I'd be like, "Oh yeah. So you want to go to prison?" I'm like, "No, man, I don't want to go there. So why you don't just?" And he would be asking me that kind of stuff, like real matter of fact. And then, like I said, he'll sit back like, "Okay, well, yeah, they gonna send you out of prison." And that's the part that got to me, right? I went in the courtroom. Y'all see this? Misdemeanor. It's from 2011. See that? 2011. So that's what? 2011, 2021 would be 10 years, right? 21, 22, 23, 24. That's 21, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 13 years ago. I got 1 count, family violence battery. Count 2 and 3, simple battery. Count 4 and 5, cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. They ordered me to attend and complete 6 anger management classes and no violent content. I ain't do no classes. Simple battery. They split each count up to show you why you get the charge. So, for instance, it say they accused Jonathan Morrison with the offense of family violence battery by intentionally causing visible body, such as being demonstrated by laceration on her calf. That's the cut I was telling you guys about. Accused Jonathan Morrison with the offense of simple battery by intentionally making contact of an insulting and provoking nature by slapping her face in violation. Count 3, by intentionally striking her leg with a brick in violation of, so they gave me count 1 and count 3. 1 was for striking her leg with a brick, and then count 1 was for the laceration for striking the leg with the brick. It's gonna all be stacked up on you. I'm gonna show you how you ain't gonna be able to win. Understand, I'm not complaining. This is my bad behavior that I should have known better from. So John, if you watching this, don't be arguing with them girls. Jonathan Morrison, I got hit with cruelty to children in the 3rd degree by intentionally allowing Jonathan Morrison III, a child under the age of 18, to witness the commission of a battery in which I was the primary aggressor. Number 5 is the same thing, in the commission of a family violence battery in which I was the primary aggressor. Okay, so now, again, this is misdemeanor court. Guess what? Now, we all know that felons can't have firearms, right? That's not a secret. Felons can't have firearms. But what they don't tell you, and maybe they do, but also misdemeanor domestic violence, any kind of family violence, family battery, domestic violence, cruelty to children, 1st degree, 2nd degree, any kind of violence infractions, battery, simple battery, anything. No, you won't have no firearm rights. You cannot have this and have firearm rights. Now, this was one of the ones that I went and petitioned to have taken off of me due to the time in my record, my good record. And they considered it. We'll get back into that later. I just got to file again. So, again, a convicted felon with a firearm, you won't be able to, and I say this because now, look, I'm a grown man, I'm 40, I own businesses, I make my own way, I got a whole family to protect, and I'm not allowed to not by firearms anyway, because of choices that I made when I was maybe 22 or 23 with a 17-year-old mentality. So guys, even like when you 17, 16, 17, 18, arguing with these girls, hitting them back, just arguing in front of the kids, if they put you in front of the court, then they're going to take your rights. If you look at it over in the grand scheme of things, then you realize, okay, I'm another black man that's not allowed to own a firearm. First of all, so that automatically make you bad. You get caught, you a black man, you get caught with a firearm, it's automatic prison. A white man with a firearm is just a white man. You understand? A black man with a firearm is trouble. So you may not think it's, you know, is that huge, but when you look at it on the grand scale of things, you want to stay out of trouble, guys. You want to stay out of troubles. Don't do what I did. If it has to come to violence or you can't control yourself, I suggest you talk to somebody. They have anger management classes. And my homeboy, I be telling y'all about Danon. He's a certified anger management specialist. So you can reach out like that. But under no means, under no circumstances should you strike the female. You know, you call, you can do the same thing. You can call and get charges put on her. They gonna say we snitching now. But man, it's a bigger picture, man. It's a bigger picture. You have to protect yourself. Because like I said, people need my protection, and I've already taken that out of the equation. All right, y'all. Y'all know I love coming and kicking it with y'all. I actually got work to do today, so I gotta go change clothes. Please like, share, subscribe. It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna put the Cash App up. If y'all ain't gonna do that, it's all good. Ain't worry about that. But we going live to talk about the issue. I want y'all to tap in. My boy told me I gotta learn how to send the link, and I'm gonna do that today. So thank y'all, man. Thank y'all. I'll see y'all later.